This is a public health crisis.
It's during a crisis that interpreters are critical for keeping the deaf and hard of hearing communities well informed. Whether it's the governor's daily press conference during the COVID pandemic or weather-related emergencies, interpreters with the Office on Deaf and Hard of Hearing are on standby and ready to relay vital information to thousands of Mississippians.
We've got to make sure we reach the entire population of Mississippi, and interpreters do that. They make sure that the deaf community gets that message and knows what to do, such as a shelter in place or curfews or what have you. So they're getting that same message just like folks who are hearing do.
The Office on Deaf and Hard of Hearing is a division of the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services. ODHH was established for the purpose of providing community outreach, training, advocacy, and education on issues that relate to the deaf and hard of hearing community. The director of ODHH believes access to communication is what's needed most.
It's the communication access. That's what it is. That's the priority, and it's a struggle. It's not only here in Mississippi, it's all over the country, in the world really. Communication access, and also the opportunity to give deaf individuals access to different things, jobs, good educations, services, like the tax information. You know, usually when you go to a tax office, there's no interpreter, and the deaf individual struggles. So you need to have an interpreter there so it's equal communication access, and they can fill out their tax information. That's the most important thing, is the communication access.
At a press conference, we may only see one interpreter on the screen, but in reality, it is critical that each event is staffed with 2 interpreters.
You're monitoring the message to make sure that it's correct. If they get behind and they need to catch up and they maybe have missed or forgotten a concept or something, then you throw it to them. If there's a lot of numbers, a lot of statistics, then you'll throw them that information. If for like them in the emergency situations, when they're talking about the different counties and they're rattling off all those long counties that Mississippi has, there's not signs for that, specific condensed signs for that. So you have to fingerspell all those. But it's really important to make sure that all of those counties are included, because if not, then that means the people in that county think, oh, that doesn't include me, I'm safe, when they're not.
This is a complex and demanding profession. It takes years of training and a commitment to listening for details in every conversation.
Both my parents are deaf, and being born into a deaf family, people think that you're just born ready to sign. And I'm like, no, because we only have a small vocabulary. It's milk, eat, love, play. But when you become an interpreter, you have to have an expanded, broad vocabulary.
Well, everybody always thinks that sign language is really beautiful and it's English on the hands, and it's really not. It is a pictorial language, it's conceptual. So what you're doing when a deaf person is watching you interpret, what you're trying to do is, it's like a cartoon, it's like a movie. You're setting up, you're showing what it looks like, what they mean, what's the concept, what's the goal of the message. You're setting all that up, so you're hearing it, and for me anyway, I picture it, what does it look like, and then whatever I'm seeing in my mind, then I put it out in my hands.
Helping Mississippians with disabilities find their place in the workforce is the mission of MDRS and its interpreters.
I love that you're always learning. One day you may be interpreting for a welder, and the next day you may be interpreting for a truck driver, so you have to learn all of the information and the vocabulary for that. You never stop learning in this job. And that as far as MDRS, we're here and we're willing, we want to help, we want to make sure that the deaf people have access to all of the information. Also, we're here to help deaf people find good jobs and careers, and that's our jam. That's what we love to do every day.
If you would like more information about the Mississippi Department of Rehabilitation Services, please visit mdrs.ms.gov.